My scary stalker encounter. 2 years ago, I used to live in Louisiana. Just to let you know, I am a 33-year-old male, and I'm about to turn 34 in a couple of months now. In Louisiana, I used to do nightly strolls. You think that I'm pretty freaking weird to be doing that. Nightly strolls, automatically a crazy person asking for some trouble. But listen, I did it so I can clear my head for the next day because I always had trouble at work. And well, nightly strolls are usually just okay for me. I don't mind being watched sometimes or being looked at in a strange way. I mean, I might get a little offensive, but nothing that made me feel threatened. But with this particular person, I felt everything. I felt threatened. And I'm not a guy that you can easily scare or easily even make feel uncomfortable. Now, on this nightly stroll, I was jogging, I can remember, yes. Jogging in the middle of the night when this guy was watching me. Now, I would have assumed this guy just as any other bystander or another jogger like me. But the guy just looked at really shady. And I could tell he was watching me. I didn't pay any more attention and just went on my way. Now, as I'm jogging, I began to notice the guy wasn't there in the same spot that I had saw him before. Where did he go? Well, he was actually closer, but he was sitting in a bench that I had just passed. I had moved 20 feet away from this bench. And the spot he was standing at was at least like 40 feet. So he had moved pretty fast to be sitting there now. It confused me to why he would be sitting there. And the crazy thing about it, he's looking at me. But the thing is, I can't really see his face. He's wearing almost like a face mask. And what I can make out from the darkness, a cat. Now, this guy began to make me feel a little uncomfortable. Mainly because, why was he watching me? Why was he standing in a corner but then sitting in a bench that I had just passed? I began to kind of pick up the pace a little, just so I can get away from this guy. But then I hear sounds of footsteps. I hear him coming really fast. And then I turn around. And as soon as I look back, the guy stands still, standing in the middle of the sidewalk, looking at me with a crazed look in his eye. I start to look at him with a crazed look too, trying to show him that I'm not really afraid of him. But it was hard not to. The guy, he was taller than me. The guy looked very good at build, and he could look like he can easily overpower me. Just to let you know, I'm alone in this area. There's no one around. So this guy could literally kidnap me or do something to me without anyone noticing. I wanted to get away. I wanted to get far away. But I didn't move. I just stood there looking at him as he looked at me. He walked up to me and then said, "Hello. You had dropped something." He reaches into his coat pocket and pulls out this pen. He says, "Is this yours?" And I stare at this pen. This pen looks very familiar, and I realize that it's mine. How do I know it's mine? I can even see my label on it. Now, what makes this so scary is that I didn't bring that pen with me that day. I didn't have it with me the whole day, not even at work, not even at home. It was in my car. Question is, how did he get it? Now, little side story. I've been noticing that my items have been missing from my home recently. And it was beginning to kind of worry me because I wasn't so sure if I was bringing them and losing them or someone was coming inside of my house and taking them. Now, what's make this even more creepier is that the fact that That pin was lost about 3 days ago. The question is, how did he get it? Unless this guy was sneaking inside of my house and taking my stuff. I'm looking at him, dumbstruck. And he comes up to me with the pen and puts it in my hand, and I'm still standing there, looking at him. I do nothing but just try to wonder how he got the pen. He walks off and says, "I hope that you have a good rest of your day." He walks off, and you're thinking that's the end. How could he be so threatening? Well, it wasn't the end. I began to start trying to run back home. And as I do, this guy literally turns around so fast and takes off running after me. And what I can see in his hand is a knife. Holy freak, this guy has a knife in his hand, and I'm thinking that I might die. I start trying to run as fast as my legs will take me, and trying to get away from this guy. He catches up to me and almost stabs me. I manage to dodge and trip the guy over on his feet. I run home, call the cops, and tell them and give them the description. But the thing is, I never did see his face, even when he came up to me. The face mask and the cap that he wore really concealed his face, but his eyes I'll never forget. The crazed look in him. The craziness. Almost as if he was in a wild animal, wanting to kill something. Now, I moved from Louisiana because I figured this guy had to be the one taking my stuff. I never again do jogging, and that's the last time I ever saw that guy. Just to let you know, the police did not find him. But I just hope that whoever is the next victim of this sick man does something way better than I did, instead of just standing there and nearly almost being killed and murdered with a knife in the middle of the street. Creepy guy that I had encountered, please, let's never, ever meet again.